So, dear students, today we learn regarding drugs used in urinary tract infection. Learning outcomes after completion of this course, student will able to elaborate the management of urinary tract infections. So, dear students, UTI means urinary tract infection or infection to the urinary tract organs like kidney, bladder, urethra by a various microorganisms. So dear students, UTI is a more common in the female as compared to male. The ratio is 1:2 or in some cases 1:10. So dear students, so various microorganisms, so they are involved in the two cause of the urinary tract infection. Among 75 to 95% of UTI is due to infection by the E. coli. So here E. coli is a gram-negative microorganisms. So other gram-negative microorganisms, so they are involved in the two cause of the urinary tract infection is Proteus mirabilis, Klebsiella pneumoniae, Enterobacter, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, and as well as Enterococci. So dear students, some gram-negative microorganisms, so they are also involved in the two cause of the urinary tract infections. So those are Streptococci and Staphylococci, but they are less causes the urinary tract infection. But gram-negative, so they are causes the maximum time, that is they can cause the urinary tract infections. So dear students, the symptoms of UTI are the burning sensation during the urination. If it is other than summer, if any burning sensation during urination, it is indications of the UTI. So there is a frequent or in urgency in the urination is also another symptoms of the UTI. Then if any cloudy, dark, blood, strange smelling in urine, it is also indicate the person is suffering from the UTI. And others are, so person they feel the trite or shaky, fever and chill are present, and as well as pain or pressure in the back or lower abdomen. So these are symptoms, indications of the urinary tract infections. So now we discuss regarding the drugs they are used in the management of the urinary tract infections. So the drugs whatever they used for the treatment of UTI, so they are mainly classified into three classes. That is bacteriostatic agent, they inhibit the growth of the microorganisms involved in the two cause of UTI. Then bactericidal, so these are kills the microorganisms those involved the UTI, and some are acts as the antiseptic. So these antiseptic they adjust the pH of the urine, so due to that phenomena, so they are helpful for to avoid the urinary tract infections. So first category, that is the bactericidal agents. So the drugs like sulfonamides, tetracycline, nitrofurantoins and naldexic acid, so they are the bacteriostatic. They are inhibit the growth of the microorganism like E. coli, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, many others. So they are involved in the two cause of the urinary tract infection. So these drug target site are, so sulfonamide, it mainly inhibit the formations of the PABA by targeting the dihydrofolic acid synthetase. And tetracycline, example is a doxycycline. It is used in the treatment of urinary tract infection. Its mechanism is it can inhibit the amino acid attachment on the A side. So due to that, the protein synthesis can be declined in the microorganisms. So like that, tetracycline is helpful for the treatment of the urinary tract infections. And some drugs like nitrofurantoins, so they can inhibit the DNA RNA transcription, along with they alter the TCA cycle. So due to that, the protein synthesis can be declined, and as well as the energy level in the microorganism, so they can decrease. So this phenomena is helpful for the treatment of urinary tract infections. Regarding naldexic acid, it is inhibit the topoisomerase 2. So this enzyme is involved in the DNA transcription. So like that, the bacteriostatic agent, they are inhibit the protein synthesis in the microorganism, though cause the urinary tract infection and helpful for to prevent the growth of these microorganisms. And yes, one second category drugs are bactericidal agents. It means they kills the microorganisms. So those are, first category is a cotrimoxazole. It is a fixed combination of trimethoprim plus sulfamethoxazole and ampicillin, extended spectrum penicillin like a piperacillins, aminoglycoside like kanamycins, paromomycins, gentamicins, then fluoroquinolones like levofloxacin, gatifloxacin, temofloxacin, sevofloxacins, and cephalosporin, especially the third generation cephalosporin like cefotriaxone. So these are used for the treatment of the urinary tract infections. So these drugs targets are cotrimoxazole, they inhibit diethylfolic acid synthetase as well as the relatase enzyme. Thus they prevent the formations of tetrahydrofolic acid is required for the synthesis of purine bases for DNA and RNA. Then some drugs like ampicillin, extended spectrum, penicillin and cephalosporin, they inhibit the transpeptidase enzyme. Then they inhibit the formation of cell wall synthesis. And regarding aminoglycoside, they initiate the misreading of the code on a mRNA template. So due to that, the desired protein in the mechanism they do not synthesize. Then drugs like fluoroquinolones, they inhibit the DNA gyrase, and gyrase is also known as the topoisomerase 2 enzyme. It is involved in the transcriptions of DNA. So like that, the bactericidal agent, they kills the microorganism by following one of the above mechanisms. So now third category, so these are known as the urinary antiseptics. So these drugs, they adjust the pH. So due to that adjustment pH, they are helpful for to treat the urinary tract infections. So drugs like nitrofurantoins, nalidixic acid, methamine, mendilates. So dear students, now we can focus on the treatment according to the type of urinary tract infections. The first UTI is cystis, that is infection to the bladder. The symptoms are the frequent and urgation in the urination, or belly pain, or blood or cloudy in the urines. So the choice of the drug or empiric treatment for the cystis is a nitrofurantoin. If nitrofurantoins was suitable to the patient, means the alternative treatment is that is cotrimoxazole, that is trimethoprim plus sulfamethoxazole. So these two drugs, they are the choice of the drug used for treatment of the bladder infections. Then second conditions, that is pyelonephritis, that is infection to the kidney. And due to infections of kidney, the symptoms are produces like fever, chills, nausea, vomiting and pain in the upper back or side where the kidneys are present in our bodies. So these pyelonephritis or kidney infection can be treated by empirical drug like a third generation cephalosporins. Example is a IV administration of cefotriaxone. If cefotriaxone is not suitable to those patients, then the alternative treatments are piperacillin plus tazobactam. So here, dear student, here the piperacillin is the extended spectrum antibiotics, that is penicillin derivatives. It can inhibit the cell wall synthesis, and tazobactam, it mainly target the beta lactamase enzyme, then avoid the degradations of piperacillin. So in the presence of tazobactam, the piperacillin, it can show the bactericidal effect without any resistance. So like that, cefotriaxones and combinations of piperacillin and tazobactam, so they are used for the treatment of the kidney infections. Then third conditions of UTI is a urethritis, that is inflammation in the urethra. So symptoms, there is a burning sensation during the urinations or some cloudy discharge through the urine, including the bloods. And these urethritis are treated with the help of the azithromycin, doxycycline, and as well as by using the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. So dear students, so these are the preventive measures to avoid the COVID-19, and here once again I request to all my dear students, you can follow these and also advise to the society, and you can unique and help to the state authorities and central authorities regarding the preventions of coronavirus infections. Thank you dear students.